And lastly, for you guys, I have some discussion cards. So this is a bonus resource I'm giving you this month. It's May. These are the May resources, and I know that it can be a crazy time of year. School's winding down, and you may just be like overwhelmed and looking for some quick and easy things to use. So that's why I wanted to include these discussion cards that you can use with your small groups. Now, of course, you can also use these in individuals, class lesson, anywhere really, but I had in mind small groups. So why I think you should use discussion cards? Well, they encourage participation. A lot of times if you just ask a question, you're going to get crickets, right? But if people are drawing cards or you make a fun game out of it, then they're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to answer this. Or like sometimes I like to switch it up where I'll have like the discussion cards and then a deck of playing cards. And if they draw they're going to flip over one of each. And if they draw an even number, they answer the question. If they draw an odd number, the person to their right answers the question. If they draw a face card, everyone answers the question. So that's kind of like a fun way to not make it, as like boring. It's like, oh, I'll read an answer. No, you read an answer. It's an easy icebreaker. So if you're looking for easy icebreakers to do with your individuals or in your groups, discussion cards are the way to go. And I include over 100 of them here so you can pick what you need, categories to supplement your small groups. So if you're doing a small group on social skills, you use the social skills cards. So I make it really easy so you can grab exactly what you need. Like I said, it includes 122 discussion cards. Here's an example of a few. First up is get to know you. So these are just some fun get to know you cards, like what's something no one else knows about you, or is there anything you hide from others at school but wish that you could share? Then I have cards on empathy and support systems. So they're looking at this watermelon and trying to guess the emotions. So being empathetic, how do you think he's feeling and why do you think he feels this way? And then support systems, who's someone in your support system? Why do you think that's important? Who can you ask for help? Who can help you calm down? Then I have some cards for new students. So if you had some new students who just joined at this time of the year, or you can save these for the back to school. These are great ones to use for new students. Social filter cards. So if you have those students who are, struggling with knowing what's okay to say and what thoughts should stay in their head, these are great for that. Growth mindset and kindness are some more topics. So, talking about growth mindset, have you ever made a mistake and wanted to give up? What's something you've learned from a mistake? How does that help your brain grow? And then kindness, talking about something kind that you did for someone when you knew or maybe someone you didn't know. Why is it important? How can you be more kind? Cyber safety, this one's great. So talking with kids about how do you know what to share online and what's okay, and do you think you should keep your accounts private, things like that. Then mindfulness, so this one's specifically talking about how they can be mindful at school. So how can you be mindful during recess or break, or how can you mindfully interact with your teachers? Then social skills, so two types here. One's about like cultural awareness and cultural sensitivity. So maybe for older kids, that one's really good. And then the other one's more for younger kids, like talking about interrupting, starting a conversation, asking people to play. Relational aggression. So I love this topic. These are a lot of like what would you do scenarios. So what would you do if your classmate ignores everything you say and acts like you don't exist? Or what would you do if your best friend promised they'd keep the secret but then they told everyone? And then there are some share cards, like talk about a time that you've been left out. How did it make you feel? Or do you think it's okay to have friends who aren't friends with each other? Then goal setting and grief. So goal setting is talking, you're asking them what's a goal they want to achieve, and then more specific questions about it. So who can help you achieve that goal? What tools do you need to achieve that goal? Do you have a plan for achieving your goal? And then grief, so these are just good ones to have on hand. If you have a grief kiddo come in, like that you're not expecting and you just need to pull something out. So it has questions about their loved ones, about their feelings, if they ever think it's angry or unfair. Are they afraid they may forget things? What's a happy memory that they have? So I hope you love these discussion cards. My goal with these is for you to just like print them out, laminate them if you want, categorize them like in a little file folder, and then it's like, oh, gee, grief. Okay, someone's here for grief. Here's our discussion cards. This way you don't ever have to feel like you're unprepared and don't know what to do. You're going to have a discussion card for every occasion.